Assalamualaikum and good afternoon. Right, so today we will continue our course on chapter 7 about conduct on the research process. Okay, so we look again on how the broad problem area and how you have to define the problem statement, and as well as the research proposal guidance for your research proposal preparation. Right. Okay, so yes, before you maybe some of you kata lama di 272 pun masih struggle for your review of the literature, then today we will go to the research proposal. Though it is a part of, it is a actually review of the literature is part of research process. Why we need the review? Why I ask you to do the assignment for that case? Actually good for you to help in structuring your research. Okay, so you can know the previous study that have been done, and as well as to develop problem statement with precision and clarity. So don't worry if you feel you are not good, you are not doing very good in your assignment 1. Okay, nama pun research idea, so it's okay. It's a process, a learning process, and as well as when you are doing your assignment 2, actually it's good to see the you enhance your understanding on for your issue for your doing your research proposal. Okay, either basic research or applied research. Okay, maybe some of the research review that you have gone through or the previous study that you go through is more on basic research, maybe more on applied research. So you can maybe you also have some difficulties in identifying which one is a basic one, which one is applied one. It's okay. It's a learning process. It's okay if you feel you have to take time to understand the paper that you have taken out to review. Okay, jadi so that's why when you have to preparing a good problem statement, right, you must have a good research objective as well as the research question. Okay, research objective, what is the research objective? Okay, the why of the research, why you want to do that research. Okay, that is a research objective. So you have to clear with your research objective. Okay, for example, for research objective in applied research, so in our course, in our research this course, SQQP3073 is more on applied research. Okay, so let's say your research objective is to solve a specific problem in a work setting. Okay, means that you want to change something, right? You want to change, you want to improvising something. For example, to determine factors. So I noticed some of you are doing this. These words to determine, to identify. Okay. So for this example, to determine factors that increase employee commitment to the organization. Means that here, showing that this objective, this research objective is want to allows manager to increase the commitment in order to decrease the turnover, absenteeism, and in the same time increase the performance level. Okay, so there's an example of the applied research. You want to solve some specific problem. That's why I noticed some of you quite broad, so it's okay. You can still look again how to go to the specific problem. Okay, so another way. So another example that you can see here, to articulate factors that influence the passenger's waiting experience and to investigate the possible impact of waiting on customer satisfaction and service evaluation. Maybe some of you have done for this similar research for in some subject like simulation or whatever, in operational research or in some of the mathematics subjects. It could be. Okay, so you can see here factors influence, then the impact. Okay, investigate the impact. Okay, so first influence that issue, then how if there can have with the issue, how the impact of that issue as well. Okay, so there it's okay if you have two, then you have they must have correlate with one, the research objective 1 and 2. Okay, that's research objective. Okay, research question. What is a what's of the research? Okay? What do you want to learn? What you want to learn from that research? Okay, so means that translate the problem into specific need for information. That's why you have to be more specific. Cannot be too broad. Cannot be too general. Okay, that's a mental health. What's mental health? Mental health is quite broad, so you have to go deeper. Okay, anxiety, for example, the mental health issues in during exam or during online learning. So need to specific for information. Okay, so research question must relate to the objective. If not clear, if your research objective is not clear, you cannot you cannot be formulate the clear research question. So for those who feel they're not unable to come up with the good research question, maybe the root is because your research objective also not really clear. Okay, don't worry, it's a learning process. I'm also learn. Okay, don't worry. I'm dah almost more than 10 years. So when I'm propose the research proposal, sometimes it's quite hard to make clear, to make the examiner or the evaluator understand what I want to do. It's okay. I mean, in my level, maybe some sorts the research that I understand. I'm still from my perspective, but it's the evaluator also they have their own perspective. Okay, so this is another example. Okay, what are the factors? Okay, oh, this is a research question. What are the factors that affect? Okay, rating experience. Okay, the other percentage. To what extent? Perception. Okay, what are the effective consequences? How does affect mediate? Okay, mediate ni macam kita dah go through about mediating variables. Remember last week, mediating they have 4 variables, right? Okay, mediate ni mana mediating lah. Or how do situational variables, why situational variables? Is it dependent or dependent? Influence customer relations to the waiting experience. So actually, independent variable and dependent variable also play a significant role in formulate your research question as well or research objective. Jadi don't worry, oh baru clear. So before this, maybe some of you still yeah, learning process as I said just now. Okay, so when you have when I say good problem statement means that you can manage to have relevant for organization. Maybe some of you still feel I want to do for your student of the sake because I love UUM. So maybe you relevant for the organization. Let's say you have linkage with the kelab budaya seni, for example. Okay, for that kelab budaya seni itself, visible, you are able to answer the research question within the restrictions of the research project. And the most important, that problem is interesting to you to make you feel you have passion with that issue. Okay, jadi okay, that's I forgot to delete what. Okay. All right, and so after this, you have to propose. You have to write the research proposal with your team and your partner. Yeah, since we are 14 students, so I think you all don't have any problem. Pair up, okay, find your friend. Yeah, or so we will have 7 group in this class. So what is the research proposal? Research proposal normally actually is a result of planned, organized and careful effort. What is it consist? Apa yang perlu ada in the research proposal? Okay, normally in our level in this course, normally lah biasanya, of course, in the research proposal we have title, okay, as you have in your assignment 1. Okay, I think this all this stuff you already have in your double sign 1, so you can improvising in your research proposal. Okay, background, the purpose statement. Okay, in the purpose statement we do have purpose, okay, research objective as well as research question. And then research question and then research objective. Okay, the vice versa. Some approach they have purpose dulu and then research question. Okay, some and then within the hypothesis, scope of the study and the relevance of the study. Ada juga I can see some of you are confused the scope of study with the sampling. Dia dah dimension about the sampling in the scope. Scope ni lebih kepada let's say kalau kata scope tu UM student, then nanti sampling baru you akan mention UM student. Scope ni agak besar, dia bukan sampling lagi. Dia punya border julah, okay. University student ke, school student ke, in some UM student, university student in northern ke, atau university student in semester 2 ke. Scope ni dia lebih kepada, dia bukan sampling, okay. Dia punya boundary dia lah. Boundary. Okay, sampling tu ada target. Alright. Okay, so sampling dalam research design. Right. So research design that I discussed last week. Study mungkin nanti kita akan go, you will go by yourself independently. Okay, I will study data collection. That I will go to further on next week, insyaAllah. Sampling design. Okay, that I mentioned that sampling designing includes your sampling, your target respondent to okay, data analysis, what that analysis that you want using, okay, correlation ke, anything that you already learned in some certain subjects like multiple regression, so on. Time frame, okay, your planning and the budget if you have it. Oh, dah ada budget madam. It's okay, kalau you punya budget RM50 pun RM50 lah. And as well as the reference, okay. Budget apa yang you letakkan? Mungkin budget you your times, okay, your time to use it as a cost. Okay. So this in our proposal. I will check it out back in our learning. Is it have this instruction, right? So this is all the things that you have to put in your research proposal. Okay. Okay, for maybe some of you are anxious. What's madam, proposal? How did I will have analysis? This is expected lah. Okay, analysis that you are plan. Analysis which data analysis yang you are plan to choose lah. Okay, let's say you want to plan to correlation ke apa using SPSS ataupun just Excel enough descriptive statistic, okay, and apa yang you akan use it of, okay, and then expected finding that you can just put as expectation first, and then nanti masa final nanti the real one lah, right? So yeah, as I said just now, research strategy and methods, okay, from point 8 to 11 just now, data to be collected, how it will be collected, how it will be analyzed, and all these things can be these three things, okay, data ni, how it connected is actually in process to achieve your research objective, right? That's all. You.